No, the doc came into the coach's room this morning and said everybody was fit and everybody was ready to play. So I think that's the first time that he has said that. So I think it's a good sign for us. Everybody really likes to be a part of this game.
Do you think people recover quicker after a victory?
Yeah, in their heads for sure. I think it's deceiving as well. They wanna go again when they win. It's maybe a good question to Josh to ask this one.
Yeah, no, I think certainly having to travel home after the game and a bit of a tired day yesterday, it makes it easier when you come off the back of a win. And yeah, we're just as a squad and everyone's looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow and hopefully putting in another good performance and getting the result we all want.
Do you feel, Josh, that there's been a change in mindset in the squad that has brought you that victory?
Yeah, I think it's been a working process. Obviously, since the boss has come in, we've been working sort of in the limited time we've had together and on the training pitch to build our principles and what we want to stand for as a team and how we want to go about things when we're on the pitch. And I think you can sort of see that coming together now. And there's still work to do, of course, and we want to keep improving. But I think you can see the sort of structure and the basics and the direction we want to go in. And I think a lot of them positives you could see from the game on Thursday night.
How much did you enjoy your assist?
Yeah, obviously it was nice. To contribute and great run from Doc and nice to pick him out and obviously take the lead in the game. But yeah, all the lads were brilliant the other night and we all worked hard to get a result away from home, which is never easy in international football, as we all know. And yeah, we bring a lead back tomorrow night, and we know it's going to be a tough game at home, and we need to be fully prepared again. But we're looking forward to it.
Heimir, I think we talk a lot about the psychology of this group. We've all talked before about the weight of the shirt and the mindset. They went behind in Bulgaria and won the game. Would you be confident if we were to go behind at home with the tie in the balance that they could come back again?
You as a coach, you always feel uncomfortable going behind in games. But I think they've shown now, not only in Bulgaria, in Finland before as well, turning this around. I think they now believe more and more in each other and what they're doing. And we try to feed them with positive clips from those moments. And yeah, it's they need to come here, the Bulgarians, and attack us, be on the front foot, taking risks. So we know that they might succeed. That's international football. If you're 2-3 steps, from your right position, you're punished at this level. That's how this game is. So I think we're improving in certain areas, and we are focusing more on some things than others. And I think we are improving. I smell there's a little change coming, and for example, now everybody is really wanting to play, pushing for their place in the team, etc. So that's a good sign, really good sign, and I think we have a really healthy competition.
Thank you. Damien Spellman.
Heimir, you've spoken before about these games being important for winning the playoff, but also as preparation for the qualifiers. I know a lot can happen between now and then, but can players play themselves into your team for that first qualifier tomorrow night?
Yeah, of course. You cement your place with good performance. First of all, the team performance and doing the things that you should do, and then you can add the spice of individual quality on top of that. But it's always team first, in my opinion, at this level. And of course, when players, I think they are always showing a better and better benchmark. So if you wanna be in the team, you need to do at least that, and then some, to break into the team, and that's only going to move us forward step by step, of course.
And Josh, the wins have been difficult to come by in recent years, but you've won 3 of your last 7 games, I think. Can winning become a habit as players? Do you feel that building the momentum?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, if you can make winning a habit, obviously it's positive for everyone. It gets a positive feeling around the camp for sure when you're winning games, and it breeds confidence. So yeah, it was a it was a tough break, obviously, after the England game, and going away and having to wait for a long time really to put it right. But I think we done that the other night, and now we're looking to get another good result tomorrow and push forward and keep that winning confidence going, like you said.
Thank you.
Heimir, you mentioned in Bulgaria that the team became too passive for your liking in the second half. How do you address that? Is that an attitude issue, or do you just need fresh legs up front?
No, it's so. Me as a coach, I've always been a little bit too emotional. That's why I don't like to talk to players after games. I like to analyse the game again before I speak. And there's probably emotion speaking a little bit there when I watch the game again on TV. Even though we gave them a little bit more of possession, there was never any danger at all that they created something. And that is what I was saying, answering Tony's question before, about the principles and what we do when we don't have possession. And we were really good. We have some really good clips from those moments. We absolutely controlled the game even though they had possession. And that is something, once we go to finals, whenever that will be, hopefully next summer, we need to be perfect in these areas, because sometimes against good opponents you don't have the ball and you can do nothing about it, and then you need to be compact and solid, and that is what happened against Bulgaria. We gave them a little bit initiative. We dropped a little bit deeper on the pitch, but still we did that part really well. So after looking at the game, it was not like it affected our chances of winning it. We had some really good opportunities in counter-attacks. We should have done better in those, but just a different way of playing, and that's good to have, working on both areas. I thought we did both really well in this game.
And Nathan Collins, you obviously know how good he is with the ball at his feet, but he did take a couple of risks in the first half in Bulgaria and gave the ball away in poor positions in a couple of areas. Have you talked to him about that, or are you happy for him to keep on taking those risks? Someone's response.
No, I thought at half time we just addressed that. That was in the end of the first half, 2-3 occasions where they were overplaying in our own box, and just as the pitch was, we thought that was not really sensible. So we just talked about that, and didn't happen in the second half.
Ed, please.
I suppose coming off a victory and looking ahead to the qualifying campaign, no doubt you're still looking for improvements in the team. So you've spoken a lot about defensively after the game and stuff, but from an attacking perspective, what sort of improvements are you looking for, and how can the team create more in that sense?
It's always the part of the game that takes longer to develop, because it's different way of playing against different opponents. So, but I thought last game, the game plan really worked. The goals were just a magnificent example of what we wanted to do, and the players bought into that. Again, now as we speak, they are showing all the players the attacking clips from that game. So individual meeting for Josh after the training. No, I think that's just something with players playing more together. Attacking game will always improve, but it needs time. But it's being consistent in what we want. So the basics, and that game at least was really good in that sense. And we will always improve little by little, but slower than the defensive one for sure.
And just in terms, again, looking ahead with one eye on the World Cup qualifying, what are the benefits and disadvantages of playing the same team twice in close proximity?
I think the pros is we don't need to kind of have now meetings on the opponent, etc. We'll use this time now to develop what we've been doing the last 3-4 days, build on that one, so more time to do more of the same. And from last game to this game, they are going to play a little bit different, so we need to play that game in our head now is going to be a little bit different game than before. So what can we do to answer what they would throw at us. To play the two team twice, I don't think there's many negatives on it, because it's a good opponent for us at this stage. So the negatives is probably fewer questions that we will get after the second game. It's probably the same questions that we did for corrections.